I've taken on this project, Rays of Tanya, as a kind of thank you to the Baal HaTanya, Shneur Zalman, Rav Shneur Zalman of Ladi, who wrote this small book that I've spent so much time involved in over the past 15 years. As I say to everybody, I feel like the more time I spend in this book, the more I'm unable to believe that it was written by a human being. The wisdom is profound beyond anything that I've ever come across in my life before. The issue with the Tanya, from my perspective, from our generation, is that the language is so kind of mystical and archaic that there's such a gap between us and the wisdom. That gap's called the language. So what I've tried to do, and what I'm going to try and do in this series of classes, I'm going to go through the Tanya. I'm not using the book, and I'm not going to be going through the order, actually learning the Tanya. What I'm going to be doing is pulling out snippets, nuggets, or rays of Tanya that are profound, that are transformational, and that are going to help us really improve our relationship with the Creator and with everybody else around us as well. So I wanted to begin by mentioning the idea of two sons. There's two kinds of sons. There's one son who wants to bring his father the slippers, and there's the other son who wants his father to have the slippers. These two children are in different worlds. The son who wants to bring his father the slippers, if the other son brings his father the slippers, he's going to be experiencing pain. He's going to go through pain. It's going to be horrible because he wanted to bring his father the slippers. The other son who wants his father to have the slippers, if the first son brings the slippers, he's going to be experiencing the joy and the pleasure as if he had brought the slippers himself, because he's not thinking about himself. It's his father having the slippers that's important to him. And this goes for also a relationship with a man and his wife. When a man is angry or does something horrible to his wife, and he turns around and he thinks, you know what, I'm better than that. That wasn't befitting of me, and he makes up. As opposed to the husband who turns around and says, my wife deserves so much better than that, and he makes up. That's called tshuva. The second is called tshuva, returning. It's not about me, it's about you. And that is the message that I've garnered from the entire book of the Tanya. And hopefully over these next months, I'm going to try and keep it short as well. We're going to go through chapter by chapter. I'm going to try and pull out lesson by lesson and try and give it over in just a few minutes. And hopefully you'll take a little bit of what I feel so appreciative for having taken.